Are you getting ready to take the Praxis 5412 Educational Leadership Administration and Supervision exam? I can help. My name is Bob, and I'm a test prep expert with Study.com. In this video, I'll walk you through everything that is on the test, how best to prepare, and my top strategy tips. We'll make sure you are as ready as possible for the big day. All right? Let's jump in. Praxis 5412 tests whether you have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to teach as a school administrator, and whether those qualifications meet national standards. If your career path is to become a leader who manages a school or school district, this is the test for you. The Praxis 5412 is a 2-hour and 45-minute exam with 120 multiple choice questions. The test covers the following categories: strategic leadership, consisting of 20 questions that make up 17% of the exam; instructional leadership with 27 questions or 23%, climate and cultural leadership consisting of 22 questions or 18% of the exam, ethical leadership with 19 questions, which is 16%, organizational leadership with 16 questions or 13% of the exam, and community engagement leadership also with 16 questions that make up 13% of the exam. Most of the questions will have a single correct answer, but some of these multiple choice questions will have one or more correct answers. You can identify these questions by the phrase "select all that apply." You'll also want to pay attention to questions that contain the words not, least, or except, because these usually are asking you to find answer choices that don't fit the question or are the odd ones out. Don't get fooled by some tricky wording. Some questions may also include interactive elements like click and drag objects or numerical entry prompts. All that said, my first strategy tip is to aim for about 75 seconds per selected response question so you have a cushion for harder questions. My second strategy tip is related. Skip the selected response questions if they are taking a long time. You can always come back to them later on, but you don't want to spend all your time too early. Make sure to answer every question before you turn in your exam. And remember, if you've read the question multiple times, gone through your process of elimination, looked for all possible context clues, and still don't know what the right answer is, don't be afraid to guess. There's no penalty for guessing, and you have a 25% chance of getting the answer right. So now that we have covered the basics, let's dive into some test specifics. Praxis 5412 examines your knowledge and competencies around working as a school admin. On a related note, here's my third study tip. If you have any prior formal education or advanced training in administration, and especially if you have a previous degree in the field, be sure to draw upon that knowledge and review your material to prepare for Praxis 5412. The exam aligns with the 2015 Professional Standards for Educational Leaders, a nationally recognized measure of competency, so you'll need all the advantages you can get. All that said, let's now take a look at the 6 question categories. In strategic leadership, the first category, the Praxis will assess your comprehension of the establishing goals and core values of educational institutions. You will answer questions about why and how administrators should foster shared commitments among stakeholders to achieve objectives, along with strategies for ongoing institutional enhancement. Instructional leadership, the second category, will ask you about the role of educational leaders in advancing your teaching staff's professional development. You will encounter questions related to curriculum selection, effective instructional practices, as well as topics such as assessment, accountability, and measurable student outcomes. The third category, climate and cultural leadership, will evaluate your ability to cultivate a positive school climate and culture. You will need to answer questions about creating a supportive community for both teachers and students, promoting equity and cultural responsiveness, encouraging inclusivity, and addressing the diverse needs of students. Category 4, ethical leadership, will quiz you on ethical and legal principles and behaviors in educational leadership. You will need to articulate the values and beliefs that guide your decision-making process and actions, as well as demonstrate your ability to uphold professional ethics, maintain integrity, and adhere to legal standards. Organizational leadership, the fifth category, will assess your knowledge of a school's operational systems. You'll need to demonstrate your knowledge of budgeting skills, human resources support, establishing a safe working and learning environment, and how to ensure a well-functioning organizational structure. Lastly, in community engagement leadership, the Praxis will explore your understanding of an educational institution's impact and engagement within a community. You'll need to demonstrate your knowledge of relationship building with families and stakeholders, ways to identify and support community interests, and the methods to maximize school resources in doing so. The Praxis 5412 covers the full range of topics that school administrators need to be familiar with, so there's a lot to go over. And maybe it's been a while since you thought about how to build a school budget. So what's the best way to prep? The official exam guide, available on praxis.ets.org, has a detailed list of topics on the exam, as well as discussion questions to get started. Look for the Praxis Study Companion, Educational Leadership, Administration, and Supervision 5412 PDF document. These questions help you think deeply about the topics and their applications in the classroom and ensure that you know them thoroughly. For my fourth study tip, I'd strongly advise you to sit down and take a full-length practice test. Study.com's test prep course offers multiple, so that you can identify where you need to spend most of your study time. Don't worry about your score the first time around. You are just trying to figure out where you need to focus. Study.com will generate a study plan with top priorities for you. If you use other test prep materials, you may need to analyze your practice results manually. Watch lessons to review the topics in your study plan, and do practice problems or make flashcards to transfer the material to your long-term memory. And take heed of my last study tip. Practice, practice, practice. There is no substitute for working through sample questions that mirror those that you will face on test day. Every practice question that you do is going to help you be that much more prepared. Need a concrete prep recommendation? I highly recommend Study.com's Praxis 5412 Educational Leadership, Administration, and Supervision prep course. It covers everything that I just went through, but in a ton more detail. The course, written and vetted by former teachers, also includes short-form videos for every relevant concept and a bank of high-quality practice questions with answer explanations. And what's more, users who complete the course have a 92% pass rate on the test. If this video helped you, check out the other videos in this and other series for more Praxis test prep. And please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when new teacher test prep content drops. Are there specific tests or questions that you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to circle back once you have passed your test so that we can all celebrate with you. Good luck.